Little Finland, peace-loving, stalwart democracy wrought out of rugged land and more rugged people, 1/3 of its length lying above the Arctic Circle, a people proud of the independence of the free men within their borders, doubly proud in their freedom from dependence upon any other nation outside their borders. But peril fills the late November air. Russia demands Finland's precious islands and vital ports. Finland's ministers frantically attempt to reason with Stalin. Reason fades as threats are backed by armed might. Russia, with its 180 million, tries to frighten the little democracy into submission. The Reds parade their might. Russia insists that Finland shrink her border to a depth of 18 miles. Finland's aging President Kallio can only say no. His nation's honor must be preserved. The shadow of war creeps over Finnish soil. A startled, unbelieving people hear the drone of Russian bombers high above their beloved land. War, war on civilian cities. In the capital city of Helsinki, women and children throng the railroad terminus for frantic evacuation. Fleeing from weapons of war that were made for men, but not to victimize innocents. Brave men dig bomb shelters in Helsinki's parks as unexpected Red attacks follow in wave after wave. Russia's war strategy is quickly revealed. Down from the north, then up from the south, a 5-pronged fork descends upon Finland. With lightning-like rapidity, Finland's brave little army mobilizes to meet the invader. Unafraid, Finland frantically prepares to face the great Russian bear. Day after day, Red planes repeat their reign of terror. New destruction drops from the skies. Building after building is shattered. The Red wrath knows no bounds. Civilians, women run to safety, needlessly made the targets of a wanton invader. Hastily erected bomb shelters offer refuge for bewildered, wondering children. Hundreds hug the nearest walls for want of other protection as the Red's fiery fury continues to fall from above. Young people, old people, hugging walls to escape the invader of their freedom, a brave people in the face of overwhelming odds. Brave at home, brave in the field, Finns are dauntless, unbeatable in spirit, ever strong in the cause of free democracy. Finland's small but effective air force and anti-aircraft guns accept the challenge. Their planes bearing the reversed swastika, unlike that of Germany, take to the air. Russian planes fall in tangled masses under Finnish fire from the skies. Hundreds of Red destroyers are quickly grounded, shattered, harmless wrecks, just so many less despoilers of Finland's homes and people. But still the Reds persist in their mad plan of striking fear into the Finns by endless bombing raids. The heroic Army of Defense speeds up. It knows the Arctic country, knows its snows, knows the uselessness of modern mechanized equipment on a wintry Finnish terrain, clothes its men in white, and puts them on skis and sleighs, the better to hide from enemy eyes, the better to maneuver into striking position. In the Petsamo area, where a vital port changes hands from day to day, where valuable nickel deposits are the goal of the Reds, the Finns destroy their own homes to further hamper the enemy. In In the south, they march to the Mannerheim line when Russian planes sight them. But their great leader Mannerheim has taught them how to blend with the trees, even to remain stock still in imitation of a tree stump. Their artillery barks defiance to a Russian division in a column miles long as it crawls its slow way along a narrow roadbed. Again Mannerheim's plan: watch, wait, let them get far enough, then fire. No bugles, flags, just the word that a division is trapped and the time for action has arrived. Finnish patrols speed in the manner that they have been trained to the task of checking the Reds. Well-concealed guns blast the troop-filled road. Halted, surprised, bogged down, and with no shelter near the roadside, the Russians are helpless prey for Finnish artillery and sharpshooting patrols. Another Red advance has been halted. Another example of Mannerheim strategy, a vast, long trail of desolation. Thousands of casualties among the invaders. The capture of huge quantities of supplies and equipment that soon will be turned against the armies that brought it to Finnish soil. Finland's tiny forces, compared with the gigantic manpower of Russia, capture unheard of numbers of Red prisoners. Pitiably underclad for 40 and 50 below zero, bewildered, uncomprehending, these Russians present a picture far different from the hosts parading before their leader in front of the Kremlin in Moscow's Red Square. Not once, but many times the Reds are caught in a net like this, leaving military treasure of untold value in their wake. Black bread was the Reds' food. And all refuse lands in a pushcart. In other sectors, the Russian land troops on enemy soil by mass parachute jumps from flying planes. In peacetime, a great spectacle to watch from the ground, now for the first time put to the test. These Finnish gunners behind multiple machine guns supply the ready answer. The floating Reds are picked off easily as they settle down to earth. As if in a frenzy of anger at repeated defeats, the Red Command sends over new waves of air raiders. Finnish cities burst into flames. Finnish civilians pay the price. Theirs is a defense of principle, and they would see their properties and holdings dust and ashes and a land of waste before yielding their belief in right over might. With superhuman strength, faced by oncoming hordes of fresh men and endless supplies, Finnish patrols still set forth valiantly into the dawn of an unknown tomorrow. The words of their leader ring in their ears, the words of Mannerheim, who promises nothing but scorched earth, cursed by God, will fall into Russian hands. The Finland of today will never fade. For her stand for the right in the name of democracy will live in shining lights through all the tomorrows of eternity.